Okay, like that was my, I think, third time to try to cross to Spain, and that one I was almost there. You know, yeah, I was almost there. I thought I would never come back to Morocco. So it's not easy, you know. It's very hard and difficult because you pay the money to the smuggler, you know, then he will do everything with the Moroccan guy. Then they will take you. We have to carry the boat, the engine, the fuel, everything. We have to carry it down to the seesaw. Then we pump the Zodiac, you know, fix everything, mount the engine. Then they will put the people and the women in the middle, you know, the men at the side. Then the captain will start the engine and will move. Man, sometimes when the weather is bad, it's very dangerous, you know. Then we move. What I see was when we were moving to Morocco side, the weather was good. But around 6 o'clock in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, we passed the international water. We were in Spanish territory because I can see the mountains. I know we are very close. To my own point of view, I see that the water changed, you know, there were some waves. You know, so those waves really disturb us. If the weather did not change at that side, I believe we would have crossed, because that thing really slowed the boat down. Because now the captain was trying to beat through the waves. He was not going straight anymore. He was like beating through the waves. So me being smart, I saw that, you know, things are not okay at this side. So which lead to the engine to switch off. So when the engine switched off, we were like on top of the water, you know, just like that, without any engine. So the captain was like trying to fix the engine as quick as possible, because the waves were bad. The water was entering inside the boat, you know. Then people start screaming, the women and the children. That is when the fuel fell down, you know, then burned some of the people, you know, inside the boat. Then the man was able to fix the engine. Then he started. We moved for a couple of minutes again. Then that is when everybody was scared, you know, that the waves are too high now. It's like the Spanish side, the weather was not very good. So we had no option. We have to call for rescue. Then that is when we bring our cell phones out, call the people back to Morocco to call the Spanish rescue team and the Moroccans. Then they try to reach the Spanish. Then the Spanish now got our number. We were talking to them. Then we had hope that they might find us, because the waves were too high. The boat was no more moving. But anytime he tried to accelerate the engine, you see the boat will go down. Then more water will come in. Then people will scream. He will switch off the engine. Then the boat will come up. So we had no choice. Then we have to stop the journey. Then we were just on top of the water without moving. So the only thing we were doing is just calls. You know, then we were talking with the Spanish rescue team. There was a guy inside the boat. He speaks very good Spanish because he was in Spain before they deported him. So he was speaking with them Spanish. Then they were looking for us, you know, Then that is when the Spanish now called the Moroccans. Then the Moroccans also embarked on the search. They were also searching, looking for us. Then the time the Spanish helicopter saw us, you know, spotted us, that is when the Moroccan marine ship just arrived. So we were like, no, we don't want you people. We want these people to come and rescue us, you know. So we are just waving our hands up to the Spanish helicopter. But they cannot do anything because the Moroccans were already there. So they throw the rope to us. We throw the rope back, you know, like 2 or 3 times. So there were some other dudes who were very scared. So they just have to catch the rope and tie it to the boat. Then they now rescue all of us out of the Zodiac inside their marine ship and take us to the seaport. Yeah, that was that.
But you think you were in Spanish territory now?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're absolutely sure.
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure I was in Spanish territory, because it was like around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, the day was getting bright, so we were able to see the mountains, you know, and stuff. So I was pretty sure that we were in Spanish territory.
And
Yeah.
then they picked you up and took you back.
Yeah, take us back. But to me, it was just a bad luck because the weather was, you know, because the time we spent like fixing the engine and trying to beat the waves, if the way we moved from Morocco, that's the same way the journey continued by, then would have been at the other side. I was pretty sure. But the weather really changed. Yeah, that was our main obstacle, the weather. Yeah, like I had a close friend of mine who died in the sea. I have a close friend of mine who died in the sea. What happened, according to the captain, because I knew the captain too, you know, like when they left, you understand, after some few hours, you know, the weather was bad, you know, then too much water was coming inside the boat. It's just like what happened to us, but we were so lucky that, you know, the rescue came on time. Then when the weather was bad, the water was entering inside the boat, so the boat started sinking, you understand? So they all moved to one side, the boat capsized. So when the boat capsized, my friend, according to the captain, he was a good swimmer, but he was tired, you understand? Because what happened was they jumped before the boat capsized. So they were 3 in number, him and the other guy and the captain. So they were like trying to swim to the seesaw. So according to the captain, he said it's a true story, it's a clear source, you know. I sat with him, he let me know what happened because the guy was a good friend of mine. So he said on the course of swimming to the seesaw in Morocco, coming back to Morocco, my friend was tired. He was very tired and weak. So the captain was like trying to give him a helping hand, but he could not make it. So later, the captain advised him to pull off his shoe and his jeans because it was very heavy. So which he did, you know, but they moved for a little bit and the guy could not make it anymore. So he had to give up, and the other guy too. So the captain was the only one who survived that scene. So when the boat capsized, you know, it's a Sojak, it cannot sink. You know, when it capsized, it will still come back. So some were able to climb the Sojak again. Then those ones were able to survive. And the captain who swim to the seesaw. Yeah. And I know of some other people too who just desperately just go. They are just lost. Their body is not found. Yeah, up till date. I know some people in Misnana were Gambians that they left 3 boys. Up till now, we could not find their bodies. And the boat and everything. Just recently too, I know of some people, I don't know them, but I know the day they left. Up till now, they were unable to find their body or the boat or anything about them. So I know a couple of things like that. A lot of people. Yeah, sometimes it happens. They just go and you never see them again.